Teacher Ray here. I'm back to answer your How Group Class teaching questions. Please note that phrase, group class. That means that our classes have multiple students, right? Well, not always. You can have a group class with only one student. And having only one student can come with challenges that you may not usually face when teaching GC. Take this teacher situation. Teacher Ray, what will you do if you have only one student in your GC? And the student is so smart that the class finishes early. What will you do for the remaining 30 minutes? That's my problem. Thank you, Teach. 30 minutes? Yikes! That is a problem. Whew. My advice for this in a nutshell? Do not finish early. Sounds like a tough nut to crack, doesn't it? Well, I may have the perfect nutcracker for you. Yeah, okay. This is getting a bit too nutty even for me. Anyway, the solution here is a combination of lesson pacing and lesson expansions. Let's begin with lesson pacing. You want the lesson material to last for the full duration of the class time. Start by looking back through your GC lesson recordings for other GC cohorts, ones where you had more students, and preferably from the same level as the one student GC. Select several of these recordings that you feel had good lesson pacing. Those where the material spread out nice. You had no extra time to fill, you didn't have to rush through anything, and you hit that final stars page at just the right time. While you're watching those recordings, write down the times that you reach each section of the lesson, like word fun, activity, grammar, sentence fun, let's talk, showtime, production. You get the idea. Now average out those times and create a schedule for yourself. Display that schedule where you can easily refer to it while teaching that one student GC. You want to reach each section at about the same time as you did with multiple students. To do this, you need to spend more time on each page. This is where lesson expansions come in. Lesson expansions are any activities that expand upon the lesson content. Questioning is one of the most effective ways to do this. The right questions can help your student build a stronger connection to what they're learning. Personalized questions are the most beneficial in both student language learning and student engagement. So ask lots of questions throughout the lesson. Ask about the words and phrases. Ask about the pictures. Ask about what's happening to the characters. Ask for your student's opinion. Ask why they have that opinion. Ask where a similar thing happened to them. Ask when. Ask how it came about. Ask who was with them. Remember those question words you learned in school? Who, what, when, where, why, and how? Here's where they come in handy. Another lesson expansion that is great for language learners is having your student use the new vocabulary to create sentences. For an advanced student like yours, try asking them to combine multiple new words or phrases into a single sentence. Or to use all of the new vocabulary in a short story. To liven things up, perhaps that story could be in the form of a song. La 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 la. There are many other ways to expand on the GC lesson content. From drawing, to rhyming, to games, to quizzes, to pronunciation drilling, to acting things out, to spelling, to flashcards, to show and tell, to switching roles where the student becomes the teacher. The list is practically endless. So, I think I'm going to save some of these other lesson expansion techniques for another episode. Now, it's time for wrap up! My answer for what to do if you finish early because you only have one student in your GC is to avoid finishing early by scheduling your lesson pacing and incorporating lesson expansions like questioning and sentence making to make that lesson pacing possible. I want to thank this teacher for submitting such an awesome question and on a topic that we will all face as Howell GC teachers at some point. Now, click on the survey link below this video and keep those questions coming, everyone! See you next time! Goodbye! Sounds like a tough nut. Okay, this is getting a bit too nutty even for me. You feel have good pacing, good lesson pacing.